Woohoo! And we're live once again on another Tuesday. And I have such an exciting show and guest in the house today. And it is LinkedIn Seb. And we are talking about he's joking. He's joking with this being new. This is gonna be LinkedIn live history because you got two maniacs at you at once today. And we're talking about oops, I did it again. LinkedIn live mishaps and just all the things that can go wrong when we go live. And it's just fun. So before we get stuck in, Seb, now that you're not muted anymore, can you tell us who you are and what you do? And don't do it in sign language, do it in real language, do it in English, and tell us who you are, what you do, and then we'll get stuck in.
Sure thing. Hi, everybody. My name is Sebastian, also known as LinkedIn Sab. And my head is not usually this big. Trust me. I've been on a live show with Gillian before. My head is actually normal size. What happens is I have to stay at work late today and nothing is working. So I am very happy that Gillian is using StreamYard, even though I'm a supporter of LiveStream, just saying. But StreamYard is one of the few live programs you can actually go in through your browser on your mobile phone. Just like this. So I'm coming to you live with my mobile phone. I'm using the speakers on my mobile phone. I'm using a camera on my mobile phone. It's quite good, as you can tell. So if you have an old computer, this is the best way to go live.
That's amazing. It's amazing. And so that kind of goes with our theme of our show today, which is LinkedIn live mishaps. And what we thought we'd do is Seb and I queued up a couple of clips and we figured we'd show some of our and then we could talk about them. So I'm just going to jump right in and I'm going to show the first clip. And the first clip is Seb. And let's just say the theme is the sounds of silence. The sounds of silence. Okay, so here we go. Here we go.
Yep, I found a problem. The problem lies in the fact that I've muted myself on the main screen. So this is what happens when you try to handle 3 apps at the same time to do one live. It's not as easy as it looks. It is actually, you need to set this up properly way beforehand.
Oh gosh. So that was actually going live and realizing you were muted. And I trimmed that clip. That clip's actually very long. So
No,
you get that idea of what happened.
I gave you a trimmed clip and then you trim it further. But in real life, what happened in that clip was that I was speaking for 15 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
I went on, and there were people in there, and they popped in and out, and no one told me anything. They didn't tell me they couldn't hear me, and that's why they popped off. I was like, so I went on, and I had such a good room planned, and I was thinking like, whoa, they must love what I say, but they're not staying. What the hell is wrong? Until one good friend came in, and he was like, you know they can't hear you, right? I'm like, what? I didn't believe him because I was like, I was speaking for 15 minutes. You tell me now? Now the show is half an hour. I went for 15 minutes without anyone telling me? Why would you do that to me? And then I realized that I've unmuted on the time I was using a very cheap software. Don't ever use it. Don't ever use it. I don't want to name them. I want to be fair. I bought it on AppSumo. It was my first purchase of AppSumo. Pay the real price for this. This is one thing you don't want to go cheap on. Honestly, I go cheap on a lot of things. I'm Asian, I can say that, but you can't. But don't go cheap on your streaming software. So I went. There's 2 mute functions. One of them is in the app. One of them is off the app. So I muted myself in the app, and I thought that was it. But then I didn't realize that I was muted on the thing. So there's 3 different softwares to make the software work. I know. So don't use all-in-one. Pay for it. If you want it cheap, ask someone who has bought it. With LiveStream, you get discounts. So if you're coming under me, you get discounts because I make a bit off your cut. But I don't get money from you. I get money from LiveStream. If not, your StreamYard, I think they have the same thing too. Otherwise, this is first trip of the day. Buy during Halloween or what's the Friday called where everybody
Black
goes shopping?
Friday. Black
Black Friday.
Friday.
You
That's
get
when
up
you
to
buy stuff.
30% discount for the annual subscription. Use it wisely.
Yes. 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 Okay. So I'm going to go to my Sounds of Silent clip.
Gillian, I can't hear you.
Hey.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear. Oh my goodness. I don't know what happened. My countdown didn't go. It's like, okay, I'm cursed today.
Your face is a classic. I'm so sorry. Your face.
It's like, ah. And this was a situation, poor Kevin. So this was a situation where I learned from this. So this is what I learned from this situation. I was not muted. What had happened was I was at a house. I was at my sister's house and the Wi-Fi wasn't strong enough. And I did not do a speed test before the live. So I went to hit my countdown and it couldn't, there just wasn't enough streaming power to show the countdown. But I was muted because I had turned on the video because that's how StreamYard works.
Oh.
So I didn't know this. So of course, Kevin's fine. He's not muted. And I'm dancing away, singing, talking, whatever. And at least Kevin let me know, I can't hear you. So that's a good cue. If you can't hear the host, don't just sit there smiling. Tell them, I can't hear you. So thank you, Kevin. You let me know. Plus, now I have incorporated this into my sort of pre-show checklist is I always make sure I do a speed test before I do a live. And StreamYard, they recommend, I think, at least 7 megabytes of upload speed. So it's not your download, it's your upload speed. That's what counts. And if you are not higher than 7, 7 or above, don't stream, so you have to be very, very careful or it's going to just be really a bad experience. So that's what I learned from that one. So let me go on to the next clip. This one's painful, guys. This is a Seb clip.
Oh.
And I want you to watch his guest because this is, let's just call this layout woes. Okay, here we go.
I did it all wrong, and this I was looking at you. Why is her face there? I'm like, what's wrong with this? This doesn't look right. And I realized that, oh, your face is still in the middle. I forgot to put you off the screen. Hey, we live, we learn. Hey,
it's all part of the fun. That's fantastic.
I was like, what is wrong with this image? Something doesn't look right. Like something just does not look right at all. And I cannot figure out what it is. I'm like, I'm looking at her face. Her face is behind the counter. So everyone's looking at this right now. And I'm like, oh gosh, oh no, what did I do? Oh, we learn. It's okay, we learn.
Oh,
that was so embarrassing. And her face was classic. She was like, oh, I'm still on the screen, so let's keep smiling. And after she got tired, she's like, why is this taking so long?
Oh yeah, it's like my heart goes out to her. My heart goes out to her because she was a good sport, and I think that the classic thing is that you laughed, you kept your sense of humor. She kept her sense of humor. Did you guys go on and at least have a good show? Was that at least part of it?
It was a very good show. We had a very good tips for job seekers in that live show. But I was sad because I took a lot of time to get that timer in, and I found a gold flaky background, and I planned it a couple of days before, so I ran the whole thing to see how it goes. I forgot to do it on the day itself. So the thing I learned about that is you want to go on live and you have a complicated pre-show. which I've learned to overcome by incorporating into one film and just throw it out there instead of doing like 3 separate ones. Don't do that.
Yep.
The amount of
Yep.
mistakes you can make from that is just incredible. So before that, I had to do it all manually. Background change, timer on, guest off. There's like 6 or 7 button clicks. And
Too much.
when you are in the live show and you don't have a piece of paper with all that written down, you're going to screw something up. I swear to you will. And that's what I did. So I had the background running on my side. I had the timer on, but I forgot to take her off. And I walked her through the show. You're going to go away. We can still hear you. Please don't, well, I always say, please don't fart, because I had a guest who did that before. And the thing was, I was still in the front. So when that guest let go of a long one, it was my face at the front, and I was like, that wasn't me. That was not me. I always tell my guests, please, whatever you do, no funny noises at the back during the intro show because they can hear you. That's before they mute the thing. So now they mute the thing, and I was like, in the particular clip, I was like, something. It took me a long while to realize something is not right with this scene. I just don't get it. I have the background, I have the timer. What is her face doing? Oh, I didn't. Oh, and I realized at the last minute I should take it away. I took it away. I took it away for a split second, but the timer ran out. I was like, oh, gosh. So that was a good lesson learned.
Oh man. Oh man. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Yeah. Kiss. Keep it simple, sweetie.
Absolutely.
Okay, so here's my next clip, and this is something that it is one of those things that can happen to anybody, and it's always a good thing to have a plan with your guests of what will happen if something goes wrong and how to kind of keep going and ad-libbing. So here's this one.
And click share. And once you bring that up, all right, so now I need to go to.
Whoop. He disappeared. He disappeared, guys. Hopefully he'll be back in a second. So I think he clicked something and disappeared. So I'm going to keep going because this is always fun when this happens. I'm sure Jeff will be back. So what I think Jeff was about to show us was about backing up your data. And there's different things on how long. Oh, he's back. He's back. Okay, I got you back.
Okay, the techno geek just messed up. I apologize. I needed to have that in a separate tab. Okay, now I can actually share that separate tab.
Got it.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch. Okay, hold your horses. Oh,
hold your horses. And we always have so much fun with lives.
Yeah, really.
Anything.
All right, here we go.
Oh, that was a good one.
So that is something where it's really, really important. If there's one takeaway from this, is always make sure that your guests know, because you could disappear too. You could have a fluctuation in your Wi-Fi, your internet. I don't know. The cat could jump up and hit your webcam. Who knows? Things happen and one of you could disappear. But here's the important thing. Somebody has to keep talking, because if you both leave the live, that's the end of the live. You can't necessarily come back. So you want to just make sure somebody keeps talking. Otherwise, it's like you'll lose the stream, you'll lose your audience. So you've got to learn to stall. Everybody, we can all just kind of, chit chat for a second and hope the other person comes back. But I always tell that with my guests, just keep talking.
Well, it depends on how long you disappear for. So I'm going to share this story. I know it's your mishaps here, but I saw Juma. I know you know Juma Bannister. He's got amazing videos and live shows. And I was laughing because I was watching him one night. I mean, he goes on live at 3 a.m. my time, and I really stay up to follow when I can. Or 4 a.m. rather, yeah. And what happened was that he went offline all of a sudden. He told me his internet was wonky. I will get that. And poor Jennifer, was left alone. And Jennifer is not very, live kind of person. So she didn't know what to do. She was like shocked. She was like, don't know what I. And after 2 or 3 minutes, she cut off the live. She just left, which
Mm.
was not quite cool as guest when you're seeing. But I don't expect more from her. But then after that, I heard what Juma was trying to do was that Juma took his phone, his laptop, drove the car out to the street to try and get a proper signal because there was
Oh,
no network, there was
wow.
no power in his place.
Oh,
To try and
wow.
get on. And when he did get back online, we saw him for a bit because I stayed on for a bit. And it's like, I can't, I know, and the guest is gone, everything is gone, the whole show is done. I
Oh.
laughed at him and I teased him. 2 weeks later, my power, and I live in Zurich, Switzerland. We don't have power outage. It doesn't happen here.
Right.
We don't. But someone pushed my plug. I mean, someone. I live alone, so it's mostly my foot that pushed the plug out. But battery went dry while I was going on live with Felipe.
Mm.
And it took me 15 minutes to get back online. 1-5.
Ooh.
Guess what he did? He spoke through the entire thing.
Wow.
Entertained my guest all the way until I got back, and I was like, "Wait, is she talking?" Like,
What
like,
a rock star.
I know.
Oh my
If you
gosh.
are expecting outage, get Felipe on your show because he knows how to work the audience in.
I love that. I'm going to have to tag him in and just let him know you are now a rock star. We love you. We love you. Okay, I'm going to go to the next clip. Now these last 2 clips are pure host error. Okay, this is my bad, you bad, and this is just like, oops. Okay, so here goes yours, Seb.
Oh, hi.
Start with the swear word. Fantastic. Let's get ourselves kicked off LinkedIn, shall we? Thank you very
Yes,
much.
indeed. Thank you, John. Oh my God, this is the second time I did this. Oh my God, I'm going to get banned off live for good reason.
Yeah, let's hope so.
I love John. Yes, I hope so.
His backhanded comments were so strong, only because I just told him right when before we started that there's 5 shows just before this one that I cursed the moment I get online because it was very bad software. It wasn't. I mean, it's not bad software. It was a very new software at that point in time. And when it says it's going online, it spins a circle and it just hangs there. You don't know if you're on, if you're off, and that time it was spinning for up to 2 minutes. Imagine waiting for 2 minutes long to know whether you're online. So it's like, it's going. What can I do to change it? I was like, and oh wait, and we realized they both on the screen like, oh hi, and after we go on, John was like, yes. What a way to start a live.
Especially with John. It's like you want to make sure it's like perfect for him.
I know it's John. And John just gotten his live approval. So he's excited to go live. So he went on 2 lives before that, or 4 lives after he got his approval, but none of it was his. He was doing it with other people. I'm like, you poor thing. He do with me one last time, and then he did, and then I cursed, and I was so afraid they were going to take it away because like you swear 6 times on the start of your show. That is not a good sign. And John was kind of like, oh my God, are they going to take my license away because of him? Like, so we kind of went down that road for a bit, but so we didn't. But don't curse.
Don't curse. Don't curse. Listen, you can't even say the word chuffed. It's like LinkedIn always like bleeps that out, and that just means pleased. So yeah, watch. Got to keep your language good. Got to keep your language good. Okay, so in this last clip, this is again user error, totally on me, my poor guest. But okay, here we go. This is my favorite. Okay, here we go. Bye, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Thank you. I think we're still live.
Oh, didn't work.
Okay,
Seb, don't watch. I'm gonna just hit the button.
That was a pure classic. I was watching that one live. And you tell us what went wrong.
So you had made a post. So this whole live was response. That's why I actually mentioned you on the live. This was in response to a post you made about don't just hit the end broadcast button, because you could be like, a weird looking, shot or something like that. So I decided, oh, that makes sense. I'll make an outro, right? Because I'm a video person. I'll make an outro. So I made the outro, and that was the first time I ever used it, but I forgot to hit the end broadcast. I did the outro, and then we were just sitting there just kind of going, oh, we're still live. And it was like, it just didn't click in that we were still live. So the moral of the story is, if you're going to do an outro, make it long enough that you can hit the outro, and maybe do a count of 1, 2, 3, hit the end broadcast, practice these kind of maneuvers beforehand.
I got a good tip for you, because I was telling you about the outro, and then what I tell people, I practice myself too. So I started creating outros for friends in my network because I wanted to get better. So I give it to them free. And they're all quite worried. They're like, oh, they love what I do. And they're like, how much is it going to cost? I'm like, no, I'm not going to make things for you and then turn around and charge you. Are you kidding me? No one does. People do that. People do tell like, oh, can I do this for you? And then all of a sudden turn around like, oh, that'd be 200. Like, what? So I did it for them, and I found the best trick to it is that you have 2 scenes for your outros. The first scene is whatever message you want to post. And the second scene is best, maybe you can do it like an animation or not a still, your choice. But you know that the moment you switch scenes, that's where you kind of hit this off button. So my second scene is always a still that lasts for 10 seconds long, right? In the 10 seconds long, it's enough for you to click end stream, confirm OK, and let go. And it just ends at about 5 or 6 seconds. So you still have the end scene as the last scene as the ending, and not a black screen or your face that it goes back to you again. This is what I've learned. So you have the flip of the scene so that you know, okay, it's time to click.
Yep.
And then
that's your cue.
With the message. Yep.
That's your cue. Perfect. Okay, we've got a ton of comments. So let's go through our comments. Poor Jeff, he's probably like, you didn't warn me. Very much looking forward to this live. No major mishaps today. So that's good. Thank you, Jeff. Should be good, says Joe.
It is good.
Yeah, I need this one. Hello from Florida. Woohoo. No video. Uh-oh.
Oh, that's not good. You only read it now? Wait, no, what? Wait, did we go live for nothing?
No, it's showing that it's showing. Okay, we've got Gillian. So Joe, how come you didn't see any video? Oh man, did we have a mishap? Okay, Seb, we're just gonna keep moving. We're just gonna believe that it all worked. If not, I'll edit the videos back in. Hey, G, it is scorching. It's scorching everywhere. The 2 maniacs always having fun. We are always having fun. We're always having fun. My kind of maniacs. This is fantastic. It gives me so much courage. And that's what you have to have. At the end of the day, Dr. Elizabeth, you got it right. At the end of the day, it's about having courage. It's being prepared. It's like, anticipate the worst, but expect the best. Have a backup plan. Practice. Seb and I will probably be the first ones to tell you, if you're going to go live, do it unlisted first. Do it to YouTube. You don't have to go into the public forum first. You don't have to get on live. I've seen worse things than we've done, but you just go, it's life. It's life. It's a live experience. Thanks for accepting my invite. Woo. We've got Marcia, Gillian, and Seb signing in from Washington, D.C. Thanks for the laughter therapy. That's good. That's good, because it really is about just keeping your sense of humor. Yeah. Seb, you are the best spirit and smile, but your teeth are always so big.
My mom made me pay for my braces, so I have to show them. I spent 3 years wearing braces.
There we go. They can't hear you very well. That's not good. Well, hopefully the captions will show up. Hopefully the captions are showing up. Oh boy, sound is low for Seb. Sound is low.
You should have read this in the beginning.
Yeah, I sorry. I heard you okay. these are terrific examples and
Aw.
reminders that we're all human. That is so true. We are just
Absolutely.
human. I never knew upload speed is what matters. It is. It's amazing. And people think, especially when you do these speed tests, you think it's like, you look at the download speed. The download speed's
No, it's useless.
amazing, but it's all about the upload, because you think about it, it's like you're taking you're streaming your picture up to the internet. So that's why it's all about that. And I don't know. Let's see. Do we have any tips? I think speedtest.net that's the one I use in
Yep,
the
that's the one I
States. So,
use too.
any of them, just Google speed test, and then you can find out what it is. And you can do that on your phone. And actually, I have an app on my iPhone, which is a
Same
speed
thing.
test app, so that I can test it all the time. So these are just really good tips to just know. There's a learning moment to a
Yes.
pre-live checklist. Oh my gosh. Yes, because if you don't watch it, you can get phone calls, you can get emails and boinks and bings and dings. And you have to keep in mind too, that the more things you have open, you're taxing your resources. So keep it clean. Like, I have nothing on my computer going but this live, because it's everything. And if I had, if I was sitting here rendering Camtasia videos or something, oh my gosh, it would
You're
be
gone.
taking up all my resources. So
Yep.
yeah. Good one, Jeff. Ha ha ha. Yes, these are fun for you too. Everybody's liking a pre-live checklist,
Absolutely.
checklist. And I think you have some, don't you, Seb? I don't know.
So I do have a checklist, in the sense I got 3 checklists. So I'm offering people who sign up for, well, let's do that. I'm giving out for free. Anybody who goes to my feature section, you'll see one of the feature sections is a pre-LinkedIn Live checklist. So you go from equipment check, what you need to get, the cheap version, the expensive version, and
Right.
a pre-live check. So the equipment, like what do I have, like technology, software, blah, blah, blah. And then a pre-live checklist. So like the live show, guests, booked, calendar block, phone turn off, blah, blah, blah. And then you go and then turn off all the Safari and other windows and tabs, and then you hit it. Because we know if you're using an OMac or OPC, it is very text out, especially when you run Chrome.
Yep.
And Chrome is the best for live, and
It
unfortunately,
is.
but it's
It
so
is.
heavy with other things. If you turn on 2 LinkedIn pages on at the same time as you go live, you're done.
Yeah. See, I don't run LinkedIn. I try not to ever show. I don't have LinkedIn up, but I will put LinkedIn on my phone just in case, especially when I'm like, where's my guest? It's like I'm checking LinkedIn just in case, like maybe they got a message. And I've had some people, it's like, I can't get in. So I do a backup. I always send an email to people with the link and through the LinkedIn messaging. So lots and lots of
Absolutely.
backups. That is the
Hey,
key.
Gillian.
Oh, we got Iliad. She's taking notes. She's fabulous. I can't wait to see her first LinkedIn live. Woo-hoo-hoo. Evening. Okay, we have the annoyed John Esperian. No, he's not annoyed. He's cooking today. He's probably going, oh gosh, you had to show that clip.
I told him he's going to
So-
be. I told him that he's going to be shown. That's why he's up here, I guess.
Okay. Well, he's going out for supper tonight. I thought he was going to
know.
have the air fryer and show us how he was going to do chicken wings in the air fryer tonight, John. You
That's so
disappoint
fun.
me.
You need all the oil for the chicken wing to taste good.
But the calories. Hey, we got Juma coming in. Hey,
We
Gillian
spoke
and
about
Seb.
you.
Woohoo. And that's good. I'd love, Juma, if you would put some of your notes about how you were, what are your tips for like any of these kind of mishaps, especially too when the show cuts off or something like that. That is always amazing. Oh no, I'd forgotten about that one. We can never forget about these. And poor Jeff and Kevin, they made my list. But the reason why is because they come on my live the most. So I have more clips of them than anybody else. So you're just like, good recovery. Thank you. Jeff Lung, perfect. I love it. This happened to me multiple times.
I never saw it before in Juma. Never. He's lying. He's like amazingly perfect.
He's like silk. He's like,
I know.
And I almost have to say, he makes it look way too simple because he just gets on and he's just like, he's such a pro. He, you know, he's so calm. He's got that deep voice. I don't know.
He wasn't, okay, so I've seen how he's grown over the years. When he first started, when you text him on LinkedIn, he would respond and he'd go like, you see him start doing this, like reading the phone or whatever it is. Now, he's got it so cool. I would text him something naughty at the site just to make fun of the guest or the show or whatever. And he'd be like, looking, he'd go like, Bing! And I'm like, wait, you replied me while you're looking at the camera and listening to your guest and nodding your head at the same time? Like, what the hell? He's getting very good, like really good.
And I guess, you know, really, if you think about it, everybody has to start somewhere, and you learn. And that is, I think, the biggest takeaway is that you're going to learn because you're going to have errors. It doesn't matter how much you plan. Things are going to happen. Things are going to happen to your guests. Things are going to happen to you. And whether you're a guest or a host, just begin to take notes and just say, oh, it doesn't work if I do this. For instance, I once did a live stream with a white shirt on, and I got all bled out. Like the colors went like the lighting and the cameras, they couldn't focus on it. So it didn't look good. So I just said, you know what? I wear black in my videos. I'm wearing black on my live streams, and then I don't have any problems. So these are all the things that you're going to have things go wrong. Learn to take it all with a grain of salt. Keep your sense of humor. Walk away and figure out, what was the lesson I learned here today? And then as long as you just keep making note of those lessons, like whatever, you're going to be good. You're going to be good.
But don't
so
kill
Seb,
yourself too. One last tip. You don't have to kill yourself changing everything at the same time, but change one thing with every live show that you've done. Just change one mistake that you made in the previous one. You're going to get better.
That's true. It's true. And don't compare yourself. You know, just know too that your peeps, the people that show up on your lives, they're rooting for you. They're rooting for you, and they will be the ones that, you know, they'll let you know when things are gone, you know, and things are going wrong and whatever. So, you know, look to your comments, and the first time you go live, look at your comments, because people will be cheering you on, and they're going to be the ones that are saying, oh, you have an overlay up, we can't see anything. They're going to let you know what you're doing. We can't hear you, those kind of things. And it's all good. It's all good. Okay, so we better wrap up. Is there a final message you'd like to share with everybody today, Seb?
Have role models. I watched Gillian's show a lot, and I grew from there. I watched Juma's shows a lot, and I grew, and I see what they did well, and I implement one at a time. And this is how I got to my live show today. Well, to be fair, I did 100 shows in one round, but do it at your own pace, and just don't beat yourself up, because one day you'll be here where we are, sharing the lessons you've learned, and people will love you for that.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay, well, we'll see you all next time, everybody, and thank you for joining us. And Seb, thanks for being here, and you're just a great guy, and I really enjoy being with you. Okay, take care, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.